Imagine a world where the hum of combustion engines is replaced by the near-silent purr of electric motors. Does that sound like the future or a fantasy? Today, we're diving into a debate that's electrifying the automotive world: electric versus combustion engines. In this journey, we'll critically analyze both sides of the argument, highlighting the strengths and potential of combustion engines in the face of an electric revolution. So, buckle up as we delve into the case for combustion engines. Imagine planning a long road trip. Would you opt for an electric car or a combustion engine vehicle? Let's consider the facts. When it comes to refueling, combustion engines have the upper hand. Gasoline or diesel vehicles can be topped off in minutes. A stark contrast to electric cars, which can take hours to fully charge. And what about fueling stations? Gas stations are practically on every corner, while charging stations for electric vehicles are far from commonplace. Now, let's talk about long journeys. With a combustion engine vehicle, you can simply pull over at the nearest gas station when your tank runs low. But with an electric car, well, you'd better plan your route carefully to include charging stations and be prepared for potentially lengthy charging times. So, when it comes to range and infrastructure, it seems combustion engines still hold the edge. When purchasing a car, cost is a significant factor. So, how do electric cars stack up against their combustion engine counterparts? Well, let's take a closer look. The upfront cost for electric cars can be a bit of a shocker. These vehicles often come with a hefty price tag that can make many buyers wince. This is primarily due to the cost of the battery technology, which is still relatively expensive. And it's not just the initial price that's a concern. Electric car batteries, like all batteries, have a limited lifespan. Eventually, the battery will need to be replaced, which can be a pretty penny. Now, let's switch gears and look at combustion engines. Cars running on gasoline or diesel are typically much cheaper upfront. And while they do have their own maintenance costs, these are usually more predictable and spread out over time. In terms of cost, combustion engine cars still appear to be a more economical choice. Environmental impact and driving pleasure, two factors that can sway car buyers. How do combustion engines fare on these fronts? Let's dive in. When we talk about environmental impact, it's essential to consider the entire life cycle of a vehicle, not just its tailpipe emissions. Sure, electric vehicles produce zero emissions while running, but what about their production process? The manufacturing of electric cars and their batteries is energy intensive and contributes significantly to pollution. Also, the electricity that powers these vehicles often comes from coal-fired power plants, which again leads to carbon emissions. On the other hand, modern combustion engines have come a long way. They are much cleaner and more efficient than their predecessors. The latest developments in combustion engine technology, such as synthetic fuels, are also promising a greener future. Now let's switch gears to driving pleasure. For many, the roar and torque of a combustion engine are unmatched. They offer a tactile connection to the vehicle, a sense of control that is often missing in electric cars. The process of shifting gears, the sound of the engine revving up, these are experiences that many car enthusiasts live for. In comparison, electric cars can feel somewhat soulless. They are quiet, smooth, and while they offer instant torque, the absence of a traditional gearbox and engine noise can leave some drivers feeling disconnected. For driving enthusiasts who also consider the environmental impact, combustion engines offer a unique blend of emotion and efficiency. The debate between electric and combustion engine cars isn't a simple one. That's something we've delved into today. The convenience of quick refueling, widespread infrastructure, and the sheer joy of driving combustion engines are factors that can't be overlooked. On the other hand, electric vehicles are perfect for city commuting, offering a quieter, smoother ride, and the promise of less emissions. In my opinion, it's not about which one will win the race, but rather how they both can coexist, serving different needs. Electric cars are a brilliant solution for short daily commutes, reducing both noise and air pollution in our cities. Combustion engines, especially with advancements like synthetic fuels, still hold the upper hand for long-distance travel and those who value the visceral experience of driving. So, what do you think? Let's continue this discussion in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.